But
to
what did
shift
you
it.
do? Tell me one tip that you did.
Okay, boiled chicken and broccoli is about all I would eat, or salads. I mean, the
Okay, so no junk food. No,
No.
jelly beans, no Doritos,
well,
no soda pop.
right? Okay, yeah, none of that,
Okay.
none of that. But I didn't really understand completely that that stuff was bad. What I still thought is that we had to watch calories and caloric intake.
Okay, big difference.
Yes.
Right.
What I've learned now is it's not about the calories you eat unless you're not really mobile. It's about the quality of food, not the quantity.
Right, if you have broccoli and there's 3 chips and broccoli and they're the same, the chips are going to make you fat, the broccoli will
Right,
not. You're saying,
exactly.
because of the chemicals, the
Yes,
processing,
yes.
and how it digests in your body.
Exactly.
And,
Because when that stuff digests in your body does not know what to do with it. So, and it can't use it. There's nothing really there nutrient-wise. So the body can't use it, it turns it into fat. That's what happens. And that's what I started to learn. I had to go to the library. Again, didn't have internet. The internet existed, but we couldn't afford it. So I would just go to a standard library and try to sit back and look through biology and nutrition books and try to learn some things. I learned a little bit doing that. Really, the information still wasn't there at that point, and this is probably 1995. In 96, I'm going through a divorce. And I had to move back home with my parents. And one night, just by the grace of God, I wake up to an infomercial of a doctor. I cannot remember the man's name. I wish
how
I did.
old were you at this time?
24.
24.
Yeah, 23, 24.
So you had a child and going through a divorce.
Yeah.
Okay.
And living back with my parents, which just seemed so
when
horrible
did you move
to
out
me.
from your parents?
I moved out at 18.
18, so
Yeah.
at 24 you're back. Okay.
Yeah, and I really thought I would have a career by that time and just be plugging along through life, and my life has now gone in reverse. So I wake up to an infomercial. I'd left my TV on while I was sleeping, and there's this doctor, and he starts talking about the standard American diet. And he starts breaking this all down, not completely, because he wants you to buy whatever it is he's selling, whether it was a book or DVD set, I can't remember. But he gave me enough to go, oh, light bulb is going on. He's saying, don't eat the junk food. You've got to make your own food. You've got to rely on protein and fiber and things like this, and that we're not getting it from the foods that we're eating, the convenience foods. So that started to make sense. I went shopping and at the grocery store to try to, buy the groceries that I would need to start cooking and eating this way. And right as I'm going through the checkout line, they've got those impulse buys right at the checkout line. There was this little 50-cent book that basically talked about what that man was selling. It wasn't his, but it was the same thing. And I'm sitting there reading it, and I don't even know how I saw it. Again, just another happenstance. And I thought, okay, throw that on, because I think that's exactly what he was saying. And that's what I could afford. I couldn't afford his DVD or book or whatever, but I could afford that. Took it home, started reading it, and I was just sure this was the same type of thing. From that point on, it took me 4 months to lose the rest of my weight. It was so quick. And it wasn't with a whole lot of exercise. I did exercise, but I was really tired. Once that whole food kicked in and my body became more nourished, that's when I started to wake up and feel good. Every morning I'd get up and I'd be like, before that, I don't even want to face the day. How am I going to face the day? After about 10 days of eating the way this book was telling me, the way the doctor kind of spoke about, I felt like a completely different person. And so the fitness just became something that I couldn't wait to do. I was energized and ready for it. And it was just a progression and a shift from there.